Here's another foundational skill that's going to improve everything you do with your horse. This skill is learning feel. Feel is the ability to sense when your horse's mind changes from resistance to willingness and then rewarding that. Over time, when you start handling your horse with feel in everything that you do, it's going to create a more willing animal in general, especially in the leading. When you start to use feel with the leading and you start to reward when the horse is more willing towards working with you in even the smallest of things, everything is going to get better. This is going to translate when you have your first ride on your horse, or maybe when you hook your miniature horse up to a cart for the first time, or when you ask your horse to go onto the trailer. All of these are going to improve as you develop your feel, as you release and reward the minute your horse starts to feel a little bit more willing instead of resistant to what it is you're asking. As we're going to go along today's lesson, you'll see small changes in the body that tells you that the horse's mind is changing. And when their mind is changing, their body is about to change. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Good. There you go. There you go. Let's work on developing a sense of feel with Pika. Now, a horse's natural survival instinct is to pull away if there is pressure, but we want to work with their thinking brain. We want to make sure that they feel relaxed, and we want to help them learn that they are in control of the pressure. When they give and soften to that pressure, it's going to go away. So the faster you can release pressure, the faster the horse will respond the next time you put pressure on them. Now, I want you to think of pressure as a scale of 1 to 5. Okay, let's talk about that pressure scale, 1 to 5. So I'm going to take my rope halter here, and I'm going to tie it on the fence. I want you to do a thumbs up, bring the thumb towards you, open up your hand, and put the rope on it, okay? This is a good way to hold the rope. You have some leverage just by twisting your wrist, and use some leverage by leaning back this way. Once you have your hold on your rope, you're going to be able to see the weight of that snap, right? Pull down on the halter. What I want you to do is bring your hand back and just lift that weight. It's very slight. That should be about a 1 pressure. It's quite light, okay? And then the 2 pressure, bring it even straighter, okay? And then a 3 pressure, I want you to lean back and feel the tension in your hand, okay? You should start to see your knuckles get a little bit white at the 3 pressure. And the 4 pressure, you're going to lean back even more. Whoops. Okay. And the 5 pressure, you're going to put as much weight as you can. So you really shouldn't ever get to 5 when working with your horse unless absolutely necessary. I would suggest trying not to go past 3. So while you're working with your horse, if you find yourself going over the pressure 3, it's likely you need to release sooner at smaller signs. The level of feel has to do with when your horse changes their mind from resistance to willingness and then gets rewarded. At each pressure level, I want you to practice release. So pressure level 1, just bring the snap up and then release. Bring that snap up and release. At pressure 2, so here's pressure 1, here's pressure 2, and release. So practice very quickly bringing your elbow forward, or just bringing your fingertips forward, or just letting go, and think about how quickly you're able to give that pressure back to your horse. This is good to practice before you work with your horse. So we're going to use feel to help Pika understand what it means to lower her head, to halter pressure and to follow the halter pressure in different directions. And how we're going to do this is we're going to put our hand on the clip and stand to the side of them so that if they bob their head up, we're not in the way or getting bopped by them. And we're going to put pressure at about a 1, and then I want you to think about 5 seconds at least of holding. All right, now Pika is already pretty soft to this, so I just have to hold, 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 release. Good, at a 1, hold, 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 hold. Now maybe a 2. And now she's got that resistance. Good. And then she changed her mind and she went down. Good. And I'm going to release, totally let go when she gives to that pressure. Let's see if we can get this a little bit softer. So at a 1 pressure, hold, hold. Yes. Hold, hold, hold. Yes. Good. As you get more advanced, you don't have to just totally let go. You can just release your fingertips and keep your hand on the clip. But you should be able to feel a release when they give to that pressure. And I only really have to go to maybe a 2 pressure to get a response here. So that's pretty good. Let's work on a different direction. I'm going to stand to the side of her and I'm going to just pull a little bit towards me and around. Good. This is very nice. And maybe we'll pull around this way, away from us. Like that. Yeah, that's really good. Now the harder one is to tip their chin in a little bit to pressure. What I'm going to do is I'm standing at her side, I'm putting my hand on her wither, so this can help them not back up as much when you're putting a little bit of pressure on their wither. And I'm going to hold this clip and just pull straight towards her chest with a 1 pressure. So pressure 1, hold, 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 pressure 2, hold, hold, and now she's looking for it. You see her wobble a little bit? She's trying to find what it is. Good. I saw just the tiniest little dip with her nose. If she backs up, I'm going to keep my hand on her wither and I'm going to walk with her and stay right next to her shoulder as I'm teaching this. Okay, and again, a little pressure. 1, hold, hold, hold. Oh, I don't know if you saw it from the camera, but she had just a tiny wobble with her chin. And I'm going to release. That's great. And again here. Hold. Oh, very nice. Super. So she did move her feet, but she also tipped her chin in. That's really good. So it's okay to ignore some of those other movements as long as you're rewarding the one that you want. Let's try again here. I'm going to walk with her if she backs and just hold it. Hold. Oh, there. I'm going to give a little bit of a release with my hand. That was great. And again. Yes, that was super. Good girl. This is the first time I've done this with her, so that's great. Very good. Keep practicing this. Hold. Oh, there it is. Now that came really fast. That was good. I think it clicked for her. Very, very nice. So this is developing our sense of feel by using those quick releases and rewarding when we see a change from resistance to willingness. This was really, really nice. I love how quickly she picked this up. Now, some people will ask, how does the horse know the difference between a backup and tipping the chin? And that's a great question. The chest is how I communicate to the feet, and the halter is how I communicate more to where their head position is. So if I'm walking towards them, in this way, as long as my feet are taking steps, their feet should be taking steps. And if they don't, I'm going to tap on the chest. Good. Very nice. Super. And if I feel pressure in the halter, I'm going to want to soften the head with feel and help them get a little bit more wobbly in that head as well. That's really good. So I hope you enjoyed learning about feel today and helping your horse give to halter pressure in all those different directions. We're going to build on this in many, many ways going forward.